Using the body in music, why rhythm is learned before it is explained. Before music is something to do, it is something to coordinate. Long before a child understands beat, bar or tempo, they already know weight, balance, anticipation and release. They know how it feels to jump, to pause, to sway, to freeze. Rhythm lives there first, in the body's timing, long before it lives on the page. This is why the Continuum insists on bodily engagement early, not as warm-up add-on, but as primary learning. Clapping, stamping, tapping, swaying, stretching. These are not childish diversions. They are the most direct way to teach rhythm without abstraction. When the foot stamps, the body feels gravity. When hands clap, the moment of contact defines pulse. When movement stops, silence gains shape. The body does not need an explanation to understand timing. It is a timing system in itself. Warm-ups are often misunderstood as a preparation for music. In reality, they are music. A slow stretch teaches tempo through resistance. A repeated arm swing teaches regularity without counting. Even breath inhale, suspend, exhale creates phrasing before a single note is played. This is why early beat work should never begin at the instrument. An instrument adds a layer of complexity, coordination, pitch accuracy, posture, tone production, working with the universe. If rhythm is introduced only once all of that is present, it becomes anxious and brittle. But when rhythm is learned through the body first, the instrument simply inherits it. Clamping, holding the body still, matters as much as movement. A frozen pose teaches duration. It makes time visible. Young learners quickly understand that holding is active, not empty. Stillness becomes charged. This is the seed of fermata, of suspense, of arrival. Foot stamping is often dismissed as crude. In fact, it is one of the most honest rhythmic tools we have. It connects beat to weight, to effort, to the floor. It anchors pulse in something real. The danger is not stamping, it is stamping without listening. When stamping responds to sound rather than dominating it, rhythm becomes relational. Body percussion systems formalised this long ago. Émile Jacques Dalcroze built an entire pedagogy on it, the idea that musical understanding must pass through movement, not as choreography but as lived time. His insight remains radical because it refuses to separate thinking from doing. In contrast, AI-generated music and grid-based teaching models remove the body entirely. Rhythm becomes visual, blocks on a screen, ticks on a line. Time is seen, not felt. The learner learns where beats are supposed to go, but not how they arrive. This is why continuum learners often develop secure rhythm without ever being drilled on it. They have walked it, they have held it, they have released it. Looking at a new musical work at the start of a lesson, my students benefit from understanding this before we play. We listen first, then we move. This can be casual, like a question or a chat, or it can be formalised for a class asking students to pop their instruments down and move to the piece. Clapping is an obvious interaction, but depending on your class or your student, dance can also be incorporated. For introvert students, clicking fingers and nodding heads may be more appropriate. When the body leads, beat is not something to be consciously noted. It is something already underway, already settled and known. It happens naturally. Only later does counting arrive, and when it does, it names something familiar rather than imposing something foreign and unknown. Using the body in music is not about energy or fun, although both appear. It is about honesty. The body cannot fake timing. It reveals hesitation, imbalance, anticipation, and confidence immediately. That makes it the most reliable teacher we have. In the continuum, rhythm does not begin with explanation. It begins with motion. And once time has been lived that way, it rarely needs to be enforced again. The process entrenches the philosophy. Copyright 2025, Sarnia de la Mare. The Continuum approach.